game. Picture a
What's
a
up,
voodoo
y'all? So today we're going to be ripping open
Maybe we've
some
seen voodoo
African
temples
shit.
already, but what does a voodoo shrine look like? Where they actually make the sacrifices and give the offerings to the gods. Because I guarantee you, it is nothing like I pictured, and probably nothing like you pictured first. Go ahead and paint that as I walk over. What does a voodoo shrine look like? Okay, ready? Looks like this. So what is this? It's a great question. Let's go through it piece by piece. So here it's orange, right? The orange is palm oil. And palm oil is put there because palm oil in general, raises on water. So you stay on the surface, you stay above your enemies, which is trying to the god of war. Oil rises to the surface. Also, you can see feathers and also blood stains on the white cloth. That's from the sacrifice of mostly chickens. Sometimes other animals are sacrificed, but generally it's chickens. Also, it looks very cakey and like wax, and while that's part of the oil, as well as for the corn flour they use as well. There's the white cloth and the ropes, and that is for sealing in the prayer you make, the offering you make, because you don't want everyone knowing your business. You'll come here, you'll offer a prayer, and you'll keep the secret, they say, by covering it with cloth or wrapping a rope around it so no one can come and see what you've done. Those pile of clothes in the back might look like trash. It is not. It is a very ominous pile of offerings. So since Ogu is the god of war and steel, if you're working with metal, you're working on the field, you're driving a car, that's all metal. If you suffer an accident in work or when you're driving, and often this can be fatal accidents, the clothing of the person who was hurt is brought here and offered behind the shrine. So even if someone was fatally killed or just injured, their clothing would still be put here to be sacrificed and given to Ogu. Hopefully they will have a good afterlife or simply recover. But 100% sure there's clothing from dead bodies here. So yeah, this is really my first introduction to a voodoo shrine. It's hundreds of years old. No one knows how old it was, but when it began, it was simply a small pile on the ground. Now it's 7 feet tall and probably 5 feet wide. It is a massive thing that no one in the village knows the age of. It's been around before people's grandfathers. Ancient. Seen a lot of rituals. It has an energy about it. Sure. What a wild thing, right? A mass of oil, blood, and feathers. One of the local voodoo disciples of Ogun offers a prayer of welcoming to the shrine to pay our respects to the voodoo god. This Bruno, our voodoo priest, has just started the ceremony for today. Tanya, Jin, Mike, and it's now started doing đau bữa học siêu cao ạ. It worked. It worked. Great. That's good to know it worked. C'est quoi, c'est noir?
Ça, c'est des colas. Les colas qui ont été utilisés pour faire la prière. En fait, après avoir fait la prière, ces colas ont été fondus. Et là, maintenant, c'est jeté pour voir si les prières ont été acceptées. Et quand celles-ci ont été jetées, il y a deux faces ouvertes et deux faces ouvertes de façon fermée. Ça veut dire que c'est tout. Ça a été accepté.
Ok.
Si ce n'est pas accepté, il y a encore son interprétation. Et eux vont dire qu'il faut faire des choses. En fait, ça permet de communiquer et de communiquer à quelqu'un.
Ok, ouais.
Mais après cela, on prend un monde.
On mange.
Pour rester amusant avec eux.
Okay. And that's where we go.
C'est cela.
Hold on. Okay.
Non, c'est deux. Vous voyez, il va utiliser l'huile de palme.
Okay, prayer accepted. But we do have a loose end. This to drink our aphrodisiac potion. Look, she's a deep red, and you can see our special ingredient right there in the front. So I don't know what to expect, but we're gonna put it into a glass and give it a shot. It's nice tea. Let's play red. Why am I chilly right now? How is it? Afraid to say it's actually quite good. No way. Yeah, try some. My black book card. See that? Good race. You have a warped idea of what's good, but it's better than the other stuff we've been drinking in Benin. Better than the moonshine, definitely. All right, listen. So we have a big day tomorrow. Another big ceremony, and that should take a little while to kick in. But we'll pour back if it does, okay? But the one tomorrow, the ceremony, is we've got really high expectations. We've contacted some very local voodoo. What are you doing? Really? Getting the chocolate out. I didn't do my job, right? All right, road trip continues. You got to see how we get gas, because it's hilarious. And that's how we do it in Benin. By hand. We're here. By the river. We arrive at the village for the big ceremony, and Berna, the priest's son, is waiting for us. Good to see you, man. Comment ça va? Ça va bien, tu vas bien? Ah, non, bien. Alors, c'est le place ici. Oui, c'est le place. All right. I can hear the drums already. Listen, we try to know what's going to happen. Try to ask a lot of questions, try to plan things out. Generally, we only get so many answers. And now, we're just going to roll. Over here first, we need to be initiated. Okay, looks like this is water or alcohol? Is it water? Okay, it never really tell. Water first? Water first. Smell like fish, so maybe don't think so. Really does. Let's hope it's not from the river. Since Ben and I will be given a powerful blessing, we're given white robes to wear. Looks like our aphrodisiac potion. Cheers to see where this goes. Holy moly! Another mark of a true traveler, drinking strange liquor without asking what's in it. Okay. He told me to take it all, though. Yeah, but you can take it all. Okay. We do it when we want. Yeah, sorry, yeah.
We did that.
It was like uni all over again. Then it's our guide Friday turn. I did not think today would start with shots. It's still the morning.
I'm having like you see, oh shit.
Good job we're not driving.
Wow, that's right.
We follow the sound of drums. The common thing to do on this channel.
Let's see what else we can do.
I'm shapeless, careless, and I I help you have a more even and healthier skin tone in just 4 weeks.
5 new worlds await at Epic Universe, Universal Orlando Resort.
When he wakes up, it could be different than he was before.
I wasn't even that many packs on because the book is all legal.
Looking down every day. Could we go?
It's crazy.
Drop the bodies. Keep your pistols in your pockets. Nothing left.
Let me guess. You're thinking about going to therapy. And as a therapist myself, of course I'm going to say that's a great idea. But
Charizard is.
Foreigners there, as well as some other disciples. They explain that we need to be purified before we can enter.
Just 3 zones.
Non, il faut se vérifier avant de rentrer dans le gouvernement. Oui. L'autre vérification, on va tous se vérifier avant de rentrer
The man in red is Songo, the most powerful voodoo priest in the area. He will be leading the ceremony. We arrive, and the whole town has already gathered to welcome us. We're led around back by one of them. I wish I could show you everything, but unfortunately, I can't on YouTube. For the full uncut and uncensored versions of all my videos, check them out on Patreon.
We're so deep right now.
Songo takes the offering in his hands, places it on himself, and onto us. Then to us.
This is going blood and alcohol. That's why that. Yeah, you can taste the blood.
Almost halfway through.
As Ben and I try to figure out what has happened, 2 disciples lead the chicken back to the sun, and thought race through my head. Feathers, bones, blood. This is a rare experience few have ever witnessed. Who am I to slam the hammer of judgment?
Yes.
Who am I to throw shade at cultures that aren't my own? My journey is understanding. My path is truth. A judgmental mind is a closed mind. A closed mind is not a traveler's mind.
I already told this the nugget.
Next, as is so common in these rituals around the world, we celebrate.
Yes.
Craziest dance class I've ever been to.
This box man is shot live so far.
That's only halfway.
We were told to come, I don't know where we're going. The main offering has concluded. Now we are led to the back to offer our fetishes from the market to the gods.
Boys and girls.
The second offering begins, and it reminds me, a traveler's mind yearns for both sides of the story, knowing the answers are always complicated, that nothing is black or white. I don't expect all to understand, and I don't expect all to support, but the two travelers know there is wisdom in the dark cracks, where the uninitiated fear to look. Bigotry is the poison in our world today. The inability to see it any other way than our own. I might not always agree. I might not always participate. But I will always watch, listen, and learn. For that is the mind of a true traveler.
Looks like we might be complete on Master Quest over. I'm gonna go through our hits after.
And now,
I needed this too.
We miss you, Skeeta.
Yes, I did.
Força. Fácil, rien. Rien de tout, Adeline, qu'est-ce qu'on dit? Pas santé, mais qu'est-ce qu'on dit? Qu'est-ce qu'on dit? Pas santé? Oui. Ok. Bon appétit.
Getting somewhere.
L'enfant. Bien doucement aussi.
after giving the fetishes, Ben and I return to the site of the offering to receive our final blessing. Remember, this is a shrine for Ogun, the god of war and metal. Since many jobs revolve around metal, he is also the god of success in your career. Ben and I receive a blessing for success as we sit silently in front of the priest. Like at the previous shrine, we need to see if the blessing is received by tossing cola nuts on the ground. The blessing is accepted by the god. Review the ritual, and the blessings are over.
Okay, we've been invited back for if we ever need to do another prayer or another ritual. We are welcome back for a second round. He said tomorrow, next week, next year. We know we can come back. It's good to have friends in faraway places, right?
A wild ride in a wild country. Wild graphics, you can't deny the world is a fascinating place. These rites and rituals amaze me. The world still has magic if you choose to look for it. And if you're here with us on Fearless and Far, I know you have a true adventurer's spirit.
Now, wasn't that insane? This trip was put together by our friends at Last Travels. They're hooking us up with trips here in Benin, Cameroon, Nigeria, and if you're looking for the real deal, go no farther. Check them out on Instagram. Information's all below. I am Mike of Fearless and Far, the most adventurous channel on YouTube. You saw Ben on the camera. We are your adventure companions. Come with us around the world. We'll show you stuff you've never seen before. See you in the next adventure.
Now and then, we need to stop and smell the roses, or the leaves, rocks, trees, sticks, and that one tree again. stay 2 nights, get a $50 Best Western gift card.
Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty event is back with 50% off over 250 beauty deals. Don't miss Beauty's biggest event.
Warning, this documentary contains graphic cultural images. Viewer discretion is advised.
These are the Yanomami, one of the most isolated tribes in the world. We're in Venezuela, and we're going hunting.
This channel is about adventure, and sometimes these adventures get out of hand.
My eyes, ears, nose, and mouth are filled with bees.
This one started with hunting and ended with a war in the spirit realm. We're in Venezuela. Buckle up and let's go for a ride. This is not your average trip to the Amazon. We're headed to meet the Yanomami, an extremely isolated tribe who rarely, if ever, receive visitors. To get there, first is a 3-hour chartered flight from the capital of Caracas to the village of San Carlos de Rio Negro.
Check this out, look. The landing strip, just gravel. That's all it is.
From there, we follow the river for a full day.
I've only made videos here once before. Years ago, we did rapé and ayahuasca deep in the jungles of Brazil. Now we're back, and this adventure I definitely think is going to top the last one. This is one branch, one fork of the Amazon. What's incredible is how big this river actually is, and it starts all the way in the Andes. These smaller streams all start coming together on the other side of the continent, and fork and fork and fork, harder and softer, harder and softer, until we find ourselves right about here. Now it's time to catch the drone. It's like expert level. No one problems at all. The skill is not in the manual.
The Amazon. We were here years before, and it ended like this. This is crazy. Let's hope it doesn't end that way again. Or, if you know this channel, it probably will. We arrive at our camp, which honestly, I can't believe we were able to organize.
This boat that we're on, which I didn't really expect, is actually the boat called the Iguana, which is one of Jacques Cousteau's original adventure boats. The first one that he went down through the Amazon. Above our bed in our cabin, there's Axl Rose's name, because the Guns N' Roses, it's the singer, right? Slept here with his family, and this boat has quite a history, man. And it's totally hooked up. And so it'll be our base of operations for production. I'll give you a little tour, and then we'll continue. But I think that boat is sick. You can feel it oozes the stories of what it's done. Captain's wheel with a rifle. Master bedroom.
That's Amira, my girlfriend. It's her first expedition on Fearless and Far. Let's wish her luck.
Up top, Evelyn, Axel, Rose.
Did you
There's
get
the AC. Nice wallpaper too, right? Here's where breakfast will be served. They've got a generator on land here, giving us a bit of power. And now let me show you downstairs. Hey, gentlemen. Hey, what's up?
And that's Rodrigo, our photographer, a Venezuelan native and one of the main organizers of this trip.
The crew.
And that's Via, our videographer, also from Venezuela.
And the crew. The kitchen over here is the food made. We got some sausages, some arepas, carne, todo. And over here, bathrooms. Okay. With the shower. Always the toilet water. It's brown, because someone did some dirty business in there, though I'm sure that happened. Because it goes from the river, right? Brown river water. Okay, Originally, I thought we were hiking on land here. Nope, it's kind of like a home base. We're taking the boat again, 20 minutes of river, another 20 minutes hiking, and we visit the tribe. Finally. I've got some pretty big expectations, honestly. This is one of the most isolated tribes in the entire world. So they don't have a lot of contact with the outside world. And we are definitely the outside world. Use cameras and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, go there, make contact. All right, plans always change.
Magic, y'all.
So word got out that there were some visitors that we were here nearby, and so the guys came to investigate. Mike. And they said if you want, we can start the adventure by jumping on their boat. Build quality is a little bit different. Is it tippy?
Did we see something?
It's all right. You need a shower anyway. Definitely.
Oh, this slow pull.
And if he does it,
Oh. Not a bad box. Not a bad
got the
box.
worms in there. It's all right. 3, 4, 5. All right. I hope we see you soon. If not, bad things have happened. That's it.
Alright. So here's our hits.
Sukumus. There's about 10 families living in this longhouse. All very curious about why we're here and what we're doing.
Let's learn about the Yanomami tribe. They are an extremely isolated people living on the border between Brazil and Venezuela. They speak their own language, but know a bit of Spanish as well. Torriba. They use their Christian names with us because we're foreigners, and they were most likely given to them by missionaries in the past. Animism is their main religion, meaning they worship nature, as anyone would, living so far from civilization. I'm told they often venture off into the spirit realm, blowing the hallucinogenic powder yopo into their noses to fight demons and cast spells on rival tribes. They believe that it's our thoughts that
I'm
make
so
us
glad I
sick,
approved
and
this. I
one
already got
must
this in my
battle
binder,
daily
but
with these
I didn't
spirits
pull it
inside.
myself, but
Here
now
they
I
live
did.
primarily
So-
on fishing and hunting, and our plan is to experience all of this with them.
Let's get these sorted.